All right, over here at Mount Trashmore, Virginia. Even though I walk 3 miles in the morning, it's always a good day to come out here. And whenever I get a chance to come on over to this side, I come on over here. Had a good day. Just put a just came over here. I seen a BMW X5. Now I'll tell y'all right quick. I brought this X3. I'm not an SUV man. I tell people sedans and SUVs don't hold their value like a coupe. So when I brought this X3, BMW X3, I was not in the likings of a SUV. And I was definitely not gonna get an SUV that was frame on body. That was not happening. Frame on body is when the frame of the car, you see the assembly line, then the body comes and put it on it. This vehicle, this X3 is what they call a unibody. And it's the reason why when I take curves, this thing feels like it's on the track. I get no body lean. I get none of that I've experienced with all the SUVs that I brought, owned back in 2008 when I was taking in gas guzzling cars and as payment when I was doing bankruptcies, and then we would get the deposit, we would get the money back from the lien holder. You know, I just never felt an SUV like I felt this vehicle, right? But then I brought this vehicle and I fell in love with the spacing that I had, as well as the way this thing performed. And so having a BMW SUV really made me say I like SUVs. So I came out here to Virginia Beach. I actually brokered the deal over the phone. What y'all have to understand is I'm a car guy. I don't have a wife. I don't have a girlfriend. So it's nothing for me to take $10,000 and drop it on a vehicle. So that's my life. It's just what it is. I'm 56. I didn't have it like this 20 years ago. Things in my life have went well. So this is just where I'm at. So with that being said, I came out here today and I'm really going to make it my business to bring myself out here to go to Mount Trashmore every day. Are you serious? So I brought myself out here, and so that's why I know I'm sweating. Thank you, Quattro. So but I want to talk about something. When I was, thank you, little buddy. When I was out there doing my walk, first of all, when you come out here to Mount Trashmore, you'll always see more of others before you see sisters. So weirdly, there was a woman of color walking, and then all of a sudden, you know, she was probably a half a mile behind me, and then caught up to me because I got video of this dog. Oh, it's in that phone. This dog jumped in the water, and so she ended up in front of me. But as soon as she is in front of me, after about 3 minutes or so, she looks behind, and then she does the old, oh, he might be trying to look at my butt. And to me, it's amazing because nobody does that but women of color, all right? But nonetheless, I came here to tell y'all today this. Let me go in here and get some vitamins. I'll be right back. You're a good boy, Quattro. Thanks for watching the truck. Keep your eye on the truck, little fella. So, it's nothing, Quattro. It's nothing. It's nothing. It's nothing. Just sniff away. Just sniff away. It's nothing. It's nothing. Sorry. It's nothing. It's nothing, little fella. Every time I get back in the car, he has to do a, what is that check? So, I brought this. That's for oregano, for my nasal. I have polyps. I have polyps. Of course, I brought some lion's mane. Lion's mane. I got some sea moss. Sea moss. I try to get more. Watch out, guys. Sit back, man. I can't see the camera, man. Get out my face. I try to get my stuff in the powder. I like my stuff in the powder more than I do in the pills. But some pills are pills, like. And then I brought some oil of oregano. Pills. It's all good. All right. So back to what I was saying. What I was getting at anyway. I am going to tell you guys something that I realized as a 56-year-old man. And remember, y'all going to hear that a lot. Y'all going to always hear me mention my age. And y'all going to hear me mention my age because a lot of you guys, you go through life and you allow perspectives and narratives. There's a lot of things y'all don't factor in love that is a big, just going to come back and bite you later on. There are people, there are women that y'all got to understand. There are women that went through life and said, I'm gonna get out of school, and I'm gonna get out of school, and I'm gonna get a job, I'm gonna do all these things, and then go on later on through life. And you guys don't understand this, and you guys don't see it because you're young and it hasn't reared its ugly head yet. But I can tell you guys, as a person that as an older guy, don't ever date a woman on welfare. Don't ever date a woman on welfare. Don't ever date a woman who was on welfare. Now, you can listen to all these stories about how a chick used to be on welfare and she's got this thing life and she's well. A woman that was on welfare has a narrative about life where she needs help. And every woman, when it comes to help, their main source, men. In the black community, there's a lot of women now that are 55 and 56 years old, my age, that was on welfare, but when they was younger and they had kids and all that, they allowed them is to get up in that. They was on welfare. They was on welfare, so their perspective and their thoughts about men, use what your mama gave you. It don't matter. I'm trying to get the bag. There are women that are my age that have all these narratives in life. And these women, they don't look at men like they should. They're always scanning. These individuals that was once on Section 8, I'm talking about the women that are in their 50s and 60s. 50s in their 50s. I'm telling you that there's a narrative in them that's developing that you don't see yet because you're younger. I see it now, older. All these women that was on Section 8 welfare, and now they're in their 40s, and it finally clicked in life, and now they got a city job now, and they just, oh, I'm not that person that they used to be. They will always have residue of the whore that they was. They will always have it. You can go ahead and say, oh nope. If you're listening to this and you was on Section 8 of welfare when you was younger, you know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. These individuals, they don't have the understanding of success like people that like women that was rolling in that life of success. My ex-girlfriend, by the time she was 20 years old, she worked at NASA, she worked for the state and some other place before she was 20. Don't have that every Saturday night I gotta have some new dick parked between my legs. Don't have that perspective. Don't have that narrative. She's a lot disattached on how you creatures are, because she wasn't like that. And I had to tell her one time, your assumption of people, of women being like that because you're not, is incredible. Like I told her, I let me tell you this. I was under the impression, or let me come at it this way. I used to say to myself, when I looked at women that put on a dating profile, don't ask me for my number, no, I'm not coming to your house. And I seen all these things and I was like, yo, why is she saying this? But I realized that women were saying that due to the fact that that's how men come at them. Just because I don't do it, I realized that, hey, look, this is what they gotta say. So I stopped responding to that. My ex-girlfriend, and you know, she's gonna be my girlfriend again. She'll probably even be my wife if I do get married. She just didn't understand that. And a lot of you guys that are not up here at the age that I'm at, you don't understand it. If you got a woman and you dating a woman and she's on any assistance, that's not the chick to deal with. It's not. It's not. It's not. These women that think that there are women that were on welfare or Section 8 are first in line at a void of accountability. They are first in line. They are first in line and think that no matter what happens in life, there's a program somewhere that'll help them out. So they'll never respect you for who you should be. They never will. They never will. They never will. When you date a woman on welfare, when you date a woman on Section 8, when you date any of these women, they will never think of you as how they should think of you. They'll never think of a man how they should think of a man. They never will. They never. I'm telling you, they never. You can meet one and think that you got one. You can meet a woman on welfare and you think she's trying, oh, well, I'm working on getting myself together. Yup. And she had a lot of dicks in the process. Yes, she did. A lot. I promise you that. I promise you that. You hear what I'm saying to you? She had a lot. In her, see, listen to what I'm saying. Let me hook this up. Listen to what I'm saying. There are women that got to get themselves together, right? But there are women that never got out of themselves or never spreaded themselves with all these dicks to have to get themselves back together. Think about what a woman says when she say, I got to get myself together. Think about what she's saying. Think about that. What she's saying is, what other perspective and narrative do a woman get themselves into when they say, I got to get myself together? What happened? They got their ass out in the streets. They put their ass out in the streets. Now they saying, oh, I got to reel it all back in. I got to dial it back in. Well, I done took some nuts. I done took some ski. They said to themselves, I done took all this ski. Now I got to get myself together. That's what happened. You know what I'm talking about? Yes. I'm telling you. I'm glad to be where I'm at. I'm glad to know the stuff that I know. And what I know is what I know. I'm not going to let a woman tell me, that ain't how it is. I'm not going to let a woman tell me, women ain't like that. Let me tell you something. There are stages that you got to go through in life. When you use pleasure, when you use an absence of accountability, when you use absence of being logical, when you use absence of being responsible, you will end up in a situation where you will be saying, oh, I got to get my stuff together. I want to be clear about something. Y'all remember when I told y'all this for those that follow me. When my ex-girlfriend reached out to me, I'm not talking about the one that I talked to. I'm talking about my ex-girlfriend with the 35-inch chest, 29-inch waist, and massive 54-inch ass and hips. When she reached back out to me, and I said, I said, oh, I thought you'd be in Phoenix or whatever by now. She said, no, my man got to get his stuff together. I'm saying to myself, we 55 years old, and you still dealing with somebody that need to get their stuff together. See? You see it? You see that? I want to be clear about something. I brought parts from the junkyard when I was younger. At 49 years old is what he was. I wasn't buying stuff at the junkyard at 49 years old. I wasn't doing that. No. Listen. Do you still have to buy something from the? May you still have to buy something from the junkyard? Of course. I was watching a video about this. This guy had a truck like the one I'm buying. I'm buying a diesel. I want to add a diesel to the lineup, so I got an electric car in the lineup. I got of course, a gas engine in the lineup. I got a 4, 5, 6, 8, 12 cylinder in the lineup. Now I need 2 more. I need a hybrid and I need a 10 cylinder. So I got to get those to put them in the lineup. And anyway, I was watching this video where this dude said there was a part on the front of the diesel that cost $6,000, and that man said, I'm gonna go ahead and buy this part used, and he found it used. The part was $6,000. He said, I brought it used. I get it, but when you own a Dodge Town and Country, and you talk about you gotta buy the part used, and you own a Dodge Town and Country, damn. Yeah, damn. All right, you hear that? Damn. When you gotta buy a part from a Dodge at the junkyard, damn. Like, there is no reason. Once again, I'm talking about at 49 years old is what her man was, and she's 55. It's the reason why she's reaching back out to me. All right. So this individual played in life. This individual spent her entire youth, her apartment, I mean, she ain't got no kids, so all of her help was strictly from men. So her first apartment that she had was in her ex-boyfriend name. Whenever you deal with these individuals that need help via Section 8 welfare, don't deal with them. They coochie have high dick traffic. I crack myself up. I do. They coochie got high dick traffic. They do. Yeah, they do. They ain't telling you, but they coochie got high dick traffic. And like I said, when you deal with a woman on Section 8 welfare, their mind is always, I'm insufficient in life, so the only way I can get ahead is a man or an application. They'll never, listen, I'm just gonna say it. They'll never get themselves together on them saying, oh, I don't wanna be here. You know, they'll always start getting themselves together right when child support run out. They'll start getting themselves together when their children turn 18. This is why when you meet these women, their careers don't kick in until their children turn 18. Damn, I just realized that. Every time you deal with these women, they will have a perspective and a narrative where they are fine with welfare. They'll always have these crummy jobs, and then soon, right when everything's supposed to come to an end, their child is coming 18, then they'll get the career. When welfare is coming, when everything, then they'll get the career. They're always, their perspective and narrative is always that where the limits of Section 8 and welfare has been their curriculum for that has been their curriculum for decades. For the 20 years or 18 and some years that their children was on, when they was getting welfare and Section 8 for the child, that's when you'll see the low in their drive in life. And then soon as their children become, they date out of all these Help Me programs, then you'll see an increase in them trying to get their stuff together. For real. I'm serious. You think I'm playing? But like I said, you guys don't see it at your age. And you don't see nothing wrong with a woman on welfare. You'll meet a woman and she'll be like, I got a job. I'm a receptionist at Okie Dokie Yoki's, and I got my own apartment, and it's a cute little story.